Strength competitions like Strongman, Olympic weightlifting, powerlifting, and CrossFit are growing fast in the state of Utah, and several locals compete on a national level. We had a chance to meet a few at Ace's Gym in Lehigh this week and learn more about why they love to compete in these grueling sports.
Strongman is just like you see on ESPN.
Good job, man!
We pull trucks. We don't pull them with our teeth, like the big misconception. We don't pull it with our teeth. It's actually pulling trucks with a harness, lifting stones. Honestly, I think sometimes they just find implements in their backyard that we try to lift. So something big and heavy. It's been a backyard sport for years. It's more like a circus freak sport. Most of the guys are 300 to 350 pounds, lifting weird objects. A lot of people, it is treated as a backyard sport still. I was the first one in the state that did this. Now I've acquired many training partners. I think now we have 20 to 30 athletes in the state that compete in the sport of strongman. I've traveled worldwide for years, but I'm a seasoned veteran now. I don't want to say old, but I'm a seasoned veteran. And I don't have as many meets in me per year as I used to. So I usually train for 2 to 3 per year.
Powerlifting, it's different and it differs from weightlifting in the sense that there's just different weightlifting events. We do the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. I've won the Olympia the last 3 years in a row for the deadlift. So I actually have the all-time world record for my weight class in the squat at 782 pounds. And you know, my deadlift is over 700. We have one guy, Scott Meekum, who has the all-time world record in the bench press. This guy can bench 821 pounds with single-ply equipment, and he weighs 220. This event that's coming up at FitCon, it's the first international powerlifting event that Utah's ever had. With the powerlifting, the international event, I mean, there's a good chance you'll see some all-time world records set, multiple ones. You don't have to say, okay, you know, I'm 30 years old, I need to hang it up. You know, it's something you can be a part of for the rest of your life.
The greater Utah area, there's, last I checked, probably over 100 different CrossFit gyms. What fuels most people is trying to fill this void they feel in themselves after, whether it be high school, college, you know, no longer participating in a sport, whether it be an individual sport, a team sport, something to satisfy that urge. There's different levels of competitiveness within CrossFit. There's no shortage of local competitions. There's sanctioned CrossFit events, things that are put on by CrossFit headquarters, things like the CrossFit Open, which you use to then qualify to regionals, and then ultimately what people see on ESPN, the CrossFit Games, kind of like the Super Bowl of CrossFit.
The sport of weightlifting is the 2 Olympic lifts, the snatch and the clean and jerk. So the snatch is the pick up the barbell from the floor and throw it overhead in one movement. Clean and jerk is bring it to your shoulders and then overhead in 2 movements.
I enjoy the snatch a lot more than the clean and jerk.
Utah has some really good lifters in Olympic weightlifting. Jesse Bradley from Provo is going to be competing in the U.S. Olympic team trials this May 8th in the Salt Palace to try and make the Olympic team.
Go, Faith!
Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we had about 100 lifters doing Olympic weightlifting in the state of Utah, and now we've got 500 registered weightlifters. We've got kids who are as young as 6, and teenagers and high school teams that are training, people as old as 70 and 80. It's a really great way to train because it keeps people flexible and really balanced and really strong.
Getting strong and possibly winning competitions, you know, those things are nice, but the self-mastery of doing the impossible. 6 months ago, I don't think I could have lifted 300 pounds, but now I do it every day. Doing things that you didn't think you could ever do before is very empowering, and it's addictive.
You can see all these events at FitCon April 29th and 30th at Southtown Expo Center. Also, Utah will host the U.S. Olympic weightlifting trials and the U.S. weightlifting championships at the Salt Palace on May 5th through the 8th. The best in the country vying for a trip to Rio and the Olympic Games right here in Utah.